This item on your screen right now is the skeleton knife Doppler in the ruby finish. This is an absolutely insane item. I think this thing looks so cool, and it's an item that a lot of people in the community have been waiting for quite some time. People have wanted the chroma finishes on stuff like the skeleton knife for a long time. People have just wanted, the finishes that we don't have on the old knives yet added into the game, and we finally got that. This should be a really, really hype and exciting moment, and it is. The fever case is very cool. People are excited. But there is one big mistake that Valve made, at least I do believe we're going to be talking about in this video. One big mistake that Valve made that is taking away some of the hype and excitement away from these Doppler skeleton knives, and ultimately could make them a lot less cool and a lot less hype and a lot less exciting than they should be. We need to talk about that today. Today's video is sponsored by Pirate Swap, an automated CS2 trading platform where you can turn your skins into new ones simple and easy. All you have to do is click on the skins that you want to get rid of, and then click on the new skins that you want to own and select confirm trade. It's that simple, it's that easy. And Pirate Swap has an amazing collection of skins, so you will definitely be able to find something that you like. And if you use the discount code GERM on Pirate Swap today, you're actually going to be able to claim a free $10 bonus and be able to get a 35% deposit bonus as well. So it's an awesome site with awesome features offering you an amazing discount. So there's no reason to not go check out Pirate Swap with that first link in the description below today. And thank you to them for sponsoring this video. So if you go on Twitter right now, you will see tons of videos like this one. This is XQC unboxing something insane. A sapphire skeleton knife stat track. Very, very rare item. Very insane pull. Crazy stuff. And you'll see tons of other videos like this. You'll see videos all over Twitter of people pulling Dopplers and pulling the new knives and getting rubies and sapphires and black pearls and all this crazy stuff. And that makes sense. This is a really, really crazy update that Valve just dropped. Again, like I said, these are knives. These are items that people have been waiting for quite some time. So many people had a ton of armory stars saved up for whenever new content was going to come out. Also, the CS2 player basing, the Counter-Strike player base in general, is bigger than it's ever been. We're at all-time high. So there's a ton of people playing this game. A really hype case just dropped that has, the op print stream and some great golds. It's an amazingly well-rounded case. People are hyped. People are excited. People want to make content. People want to get the new stuff as quick as they can. So it makes sense that we would see a ton of crazy videos and YouTube videos and Discord and Reddit and all that stuff. But some people in the community have noticed, and I've started to notice as well, right away, you can see that things might be a little bit too crazy. Something's not adding up. Something's not right. We're getting stuff a little bit too fast. We're seeing some insane things that don't really make sense, that don't really add up, that are maybe even just too good to be true. So we can go to CS Float database and kind of dive into this a little bit. And right now I have this pulled up as the skeleton knife sorted by the newest ID, the newest skeleton knives that are registered to the Float database. And you can see here you have a couple of things that are unknown. Now, obviously, these are the new knife finishes because CS Float hasn't had time to add them yet. They haven't gotten to it, whatever. But obviously, Float is still recognizing them as items. They're still recognizing them as skeleton knives. They just don't know exactly what they are, how to categorize them. It hasn't been put in place yet. So anything that is unknown, those are those new knife finishes. And if we start diving into these new knives, again, in theory, they should be pretty evenly distributed between all of the new finishes. You have some marble fades, you have some tiger tooths, you have some Dopplers, whatever. And then even increasingly more rare should be the gems, like your rubies, your sapphires, your black pearls. Those should, in theory, be more rare. But some people have noticed as they start to click through this stuff that something is not necessarily adding up. So we can start by just clicking on this first one. We can open it up in game, and we will see that this is a skeleton knife Doppler. Now, I'm not super good with recognizing the patterns right off the bat, especially with CS2 where stuff starts to look a little bit the same. I don't know the difference between a phase 4 and a sapphire and all that stuff, whatever. But I know that this is a Doppler knife. Okay, so we can start there. We can see the first one is a Doppler. We can click on the second one. We're just going through randomly. Like I said, we just have this sorted by new. Whatever these are going to be is what they're going to be. This is a tiger tooth, so we have one Doppler, one tiger tooth. We can click on the third one here. And already right off the bat, you can see here we have a ruby. Now that's pretty crazy, hey, the odds don't necessarily say that one of the first 3 knives we click on should be a ruby, but also now we have 2 Dopplers. 2 out of 3 have been Dopplers, and we can just click a few more, and I think you'll start to notice the trend very, very quickly. I don't remember which one this is right off the bat. This is number 4. Again, another Doppler. Hey, that's pretty interesting. Something weird might be going on. We can click on the 5th one here, and I don't remember what this one is either. I want to say this is like ultraviolet or something like that. No, it's another Doppler. So already, 4 out of the first 5 have been Dopplers, and that's what people are noticing, that these drop rates of the Dopplers, whether intentional or not, I'm going to assume this was unintentional. I'm going to assume this was some kind of glitch or some kind of error in the coding or something like that. For whatever reason, Valve has these Dopplers dropping insanely commonly. I mean, I think I have some other Twitter videos pulled up here of this guy. He gets back-to-back Dopplers. Like, something is not right. Something is just not making sense. And again, this is very, very unfortunate because Dopplers are very cool, and I know there's some people out there who are going to be like, hey, we would love if Dopplers were more common. We would love to be able to get cheap Dopplers and, have stuff be affordable, because if these things are super rare, the price is going to be so expensive, blah, 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 whatever. But at the same time, I would argue that, hey, these things are already going to be pretty common because, like I said, the armory, so many people have been saving up so many stars for so long, and obviously with the fever case, you can go and farm a bunch of stars and get as many fever cases as you want. And like I said, this case is so insane with a great red and great golds in it that people are going to be farming this case like crazy. Plenty of these knives are going to get made. I mean, the gallery case has already been in the armory for 6 months. So this thing, I assume, is going to be in the armory, for 6 months plus. People are going to have plenty of time to create tons of Dopplers, tons of rubies, tons of sapphires, tons of black pearls, everything. But if the rates are so glitched and so messed up that not only are Dopplers, as common, way more common than all the other knives, but also gems are going to be like as common as everything else, that is going to create so many of these that yes, the skeleton knife in the Doppler finishes and the skeleton knife in the gems is still going to be really, really cool. It's still going to be iconic. It's still going to be a beautiful looking weapon, but it is not going to be as iconic and crazy as it should be. Some of the allure of getting something like a ruby or a sapphire or a black pearl or whatever is not only that they look amazing, that they look great, but there's also some rarity there, just in general, in hobbies and games and collecting, whatever, you need some level of rarity or people aren't going to really care and make sense. Now, I know there are some people out there saying Doppler rates were fixed after 3 hours. There's some people saying that, they put out some updates and change things or whatever. But like I said, I just jumped on Float right now, and to me, it doesn't look like things have changed. It doesn't look like things have been fixed. It looks like this is still a very, very big issue. There are still Dopplers dropping at insane rates. Not only Dopplers dropping at insane rates, but gems dropping at insane rates as well. Desolate said here, I'm fairly sure Doppler gem rates are equal to standard Doppler patterns for the new case. Looking at recent unboxing, there's a statistically abnormal rate of gems to ordinary Dopplers. Seems to be roughly 50-50 to get a gem when you get a Doppler. And I think not only that, I don't even think it's necessarily the fact that you're getting gems as often as Dopplers. I think that is the case as well, but you're also getting Dopplers in general more often than you should, even versus the other patterns. So, like, not only are Dopplers dropping crazy, but the gems are dropping crazy as well. I don't know anything about coding or how these things work or how necessarily the math work out or whatever, but it kind of seems like they have all the different phases as their own individual thing. So you have like equal opportunity to get each one of these. So there's like, if there's 4 or 5 new finishes or whatever, but there's like 8 new Dopplers, it seems like you have equal opportunity to get all of those, which is going to create so many of them that it gets so crazy so fast. And this is really unfortunate. Now, I have no idea if Valve is going to change this, if they're going to fix this. Some people are saying, hey, they already messed with it and they changed whatever. But like I said, from what I see, that's not necessarily the case. Now, is it maybe less than what it was first on release? I don't know. I have no really way to consider that or figure that out or anything. But so far, it still seems like these rates are very, very messed up. I think Tech Savvy in his video said that Gamma Doppler Glock 18s have some messed up drop rates for like trade-ups or something like that. And it seems like Valve never fixed that. So it is possible that Valve never fixes this. And like I said, if Valve does never fix this, if this is a huge issue that's going to continue, we're going to have a ton of skeleton, ruby, sapphires, and black pearls on the market, which is going to drop the price insanely. So if you're expecting your, Doppler skeletons or your gem skeletons to have some insane price tag, you might want to rein in your expectations a little bit. Obviously, we'll see what prices look like in like 6 or 7 days once things start hitting the market. But I think Valve did make a huge mistake here and a huge error. Again, maybe it was on purpose. I don't think it was on purpose. It's possible they want this to be, but I can't imagine. Other people tweeting, every skeleton Doppler gem already unboxed. Saw tweets about the odds being broken. Is that still going on? People saying it got fixed, but from what I see, it definitely did not get fixed, I don't think. Flary tweeted out, been checking the newest ID part of Float. There are more gems, ruby, black pearl, sapphire, than phases 1 through 4 being registered in the new knives. I think CS2 fucked the odds. Remember, it's supposed to be 10 times rarer. People on, Reddit saying seems to be confirmed new rare Doppler finishes are bug. Shattered web odds being broken on the new armory launch is a major problem. So again, it doesn't seem like the community wants this. Yes, it could, in theory, make things a little bit more affordable, make things better suited for some people, but also at the end of the day, I think it's going to take a lot of the hype and excitement away from something that should be very, very cool. The skeleton knives in the Dopplers and the gems should be insane, but so far, it's looking like it's a little bit scuffed. So I don't know. Maybe Valve's going to make a change. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's too late. I don't know. A ton of these are already getting flooded on the market and stuff like that. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, the fever case case is still insane. Either way, all these new knives and all these finishes are super hype, super exciting, and very cool. I'm so happy to have new content and stuff coming to the game. But it definitely does take away some of the hype and excitement if these things are not as rare as they necessarily should be, because it should be a really, really iconic, really rare, really awesome item. But we might be getting that taken away from us. I don't know. Pretty much over this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.